the 21st. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the April 21st, 2025 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. And I am like to ask Robert Anderson to lead us in the pledge, our Director of JFS.
Please join me in saying the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bob. I'm Barb Lewis, President of the Board this year, and to my left is our Vice President, Jeff Benton, to my right, fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill, and we have our Administrator, Tracy Davies, and our Deputy Administrator, Don Houston, our clerks, Jennifer and Randy. Randy, we can begin.
Resolution number 25-281, in the matter of approving electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held April 17th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-281. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today. That brings us to item number 3. Resolution number 25-282. In the matter of approving purchase orders and announce certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0418 and procurement card payments in batch number PC APR 0418.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-282. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-283. In the matter of a new liquor license request from Lanner's Pumpkin Farm LLC and forwarding to the Ohio Division of Liquor Control with no objection and no request for a hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-283. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill? Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-284. In the matter of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners recognizing Robert Weiler Jr. on his 90th birthday.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion,
I'll just make a comment. Mr. Weiler is celebrating his 90th birthday tomorrow, and I believe Commissioner Benton and I are both going to be attending. And he's been a great asset to Central Ohio, been involved in a lot of things, and I've gotten to know him over the last dozen years as commissioner, and he's the kind of people that we like because he gets involved and makes a difference in our community. And I'll be happy to look forward to wishing you a happy birthday tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, I've known Bob for a long time. I got to know his son, Skip. Skip is very much like his father, very involved in the community, great businessman. But specifically, what's interesting about the Weiler family really is that they are the key drivers behind Polaris. They really created the Polaris area and made it very successful. And it's a huge contributor to our economy, here in the county. We get, I don't know the exact number, but it's 15 to 20 million a year in sales tax revenue out of the Polaris area. And they also, and then again, huge employer, and very much a contributor. And they have Top Golf there, so that's the premier attraction in Delaware County. Yeah. And then also North Star. They were the driving force behind creating North Star, which is well behind what Polaris is today, but headed in that direction and doing a lot of great things. Bob and his son Skip are just great entrepreneurs and great philanthropists. They support so many causes in Delaware County, and they do it many times very quietly. People just don't know about it. So, again, just really fun to take a little time to celebrate Bob on his 90th birthday, and I'll be glad to.
I think you said quietly. They very under the radar.
Yeah, behind the scenes, they aren't in it for the publicity. They just really care about the community, and aside from the economic contributions they've made great philanthropic contributions as well. So.
and right, we hit all the economic, or not all of them, but just some of the economic pluses in what they've done for Delaware County. I got to know Bob Weiler several years ago. I served as the director of the Columbus Public Schools Foundation.
Right.
And
Right,
that
he's very active.
foundation, Bob was on that board, and I believe he did chair the board too, I know at one point, but a great example again of helping the, pardon me, the community, whether it be Franklin, whether it be Delaware.
Right.
So happy to honor him today,
Yeah.
and we need to pass the resolution.
Vote on motion 25-284. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-285, in the matter of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners proclaiming April 2025 as National Child Abuse Prevention Month in Delaware County.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Anderson with Job and Family Services. And as we look forward to proclaiming and recognizing April as Child Abuse Prevention Month, I am joined by some of our staff from our protective services. We have Kelly, Taylor, Clara, and Jeff. Them and their coworkers and their hard work and dedication to our families throughout the county and the youth that we work with is exactly what this is for, and working with community partners. A couple statistics that I would like to share. In 2024, we had 2,234 reports of child abuse and neglect that we received. We had 22 families identified that needed ongoing services with that. This year's theme is Ensure They Shine, and it's helping the children in our community and throughout the state of Ohio thrive to reach their full potential. And the work we do with inside our agency and with our community partners is exactly that, is helping the youth and the families reach their full potential. We urge all community members and organizations to join us in activities and work to promote the safety and well-being of children. In our stats that we have currently, we have 7 children in temporary custody, 3 children in permanent custody. We have 19 families in our kinship programs, and throughout the year, we average probably right around 60 that are in and out of the programs for kinship. This year, to date, we have 2 adoptions with another 3 that will be upcoming, projected for 2025, and we had 7 adoptions in 2024.
Wow. Are the number of cases that you cited, Bob, are they up or down, or how do they compare?
I think they go up and down. I think we see a slight increase each year of the
Okay.
number of calls
Okay.
that come in. Again, Jeff and his team do such a good job that many times with help from Family and Children First Council and our community partners, the reason we have such a low number of children in our custody is because of that work we're doing before going to court, and we're finding services and we're finding kinship placements, and we're helping children stay in the community and staying with their families or within the kinship placements.
Oh, boy, that's wonderful. Any comments before I read the proclamation?
It says 2,234 reports. Do those tend to come through JFS or through the Sheriff's Department, or a little of both?
We see they're coming a lot from mandated reporters, those school systems. You know, the Sheriff's Department does our on-call on the weekends and after hours. Our number rings to them. But we're getting calls from all walks of life. I do think, I would estimate, and I will look at Jeff, but I think most of those we're probably seeing, especially during the school year, coming out of the school systems.
Would Jeff like to speak, or anyone?
Good call.
Jeff does a great job. He's active on
Great.
many boards, and you've done a wonderful job, Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Jeff Sell, I'm the Administrator, Protective Services Administrator. I'd like to thank our court system and our FCFC especially for really partnering with us to help prevent those placements and help the families along. I did bring a couple of our caseworkers because you guys probably don't get to see our caseworkers as often, and they're the ones that do the hard work. So.
Oh, that's great. Anyone else? Okay.
We got shy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Comments
Yeah.
from the board?
Again, I know, I'm surprised it's that high, 2,300 plus incidents reported and investigated. I mean, it seems like a big number, but I know in a county of our size, it really isn't that big. But, and again, I want to compliment you all for the work you do to keep the actual managed cases down so low, keeping them with their families in most cases probably. But again, it's hard work, the kids are
Sure
so
is.
vulnerable, And this is so important that we do, so I want to thank you all for everything.
Thank you.
Anything else, Commissioner Merrill?
Well, I think we do such a good job in this county. First of all, 2,200 reports is probably different than legitimate complaints. I assume some of them probably redundant more than one of the same individual, but it's a big number regardless. And, but I think we as a county do extremely good job of addressing those issues. You and the three of you back there and everyone that's not here, you guys do a fantastic job in making sure we take care of those unable to take care of themselves, and it's very much appreciated. And I believe next month we have our yearly honor our foster parents,
Yes.
and that's
Dinner.
kind of part of this in the sense that some of those kids probably are on these reports.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely, you just do a wonderful job, and again, the number, never want to see any of these cases, but I know too that they're being handled in the best way possible, and hopefully, as you said, you did give an instance where someone was adopted. So, I mean, that's wonderful. Gosh, but thank you. And do you want to read the proclamation, or would you like me to?
I will let you.
All right, I will be honored to read it. Whereas Child Abuse Prevention Month is a call to action for our community to ensure they shine by helping children in Delaware County and throughout Ohio grow and thrive to reach their full potential. And whereas in 2024, there were over 2,234 reports of child abuse and/or neglect recorded in Delaware County, with 22 families identified as in need of ongoing supportive services. And whereas the effects of adverse childhood experiences have lifelong impacts on the health, well-being, and development of victims of child abuse and neglect. And whereas child abuse and neglect are preventable and all communities benefit when children and families are supported through positive relationships, education, and accessible resources. And whereas Delaware County is committed to working together across agencies, neighborhoods, and community partners to share the responsibility of ensuring all children and families receive the resources and support they need to reach their fullest potential. And it is imperative that the children of Delaware County are provided with safe, loving environments in which they can thrive and grow into responsible, healthy adults. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim April 2025 as Child Abuse and Neglect Prevention Month in Delaware County, and urge all citizens, community organizations, and public institutions to participate in activities and efforts that promote the safety and well-being of all children. Signed, Commissioner Jeff Benton, Commissioner Barb Lewis, and Commissioner Gary Merrill. And we will vote and then get a picture.
Vote on motion 25-285. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye?
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
All right. Okay, back there, you're right in the middle. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks.
I'll shake your hands.
Good job, Bob. You did it on the way.
Bob can just stay right
I'll
here.
stay right there.
Resolution number 25-286, in the matter of approving a transfer of funds for Job and Family Services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
And this is just our quarterly shared transfers amongst our funds.
Okay. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-286. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Item number 8, Director Herron is bringing our new deputy director with her this morning for an introduction.
Welcome.
Good morning, Commissioners. Carla Herron, Director of the Board of Elections. And as Jennifer said, it's my honor, actually. As you know, at the Board of Elections, we do everything in a bipartisan way, and it's the best way to ensure our elections are, as everyone likes to say, free and fair. And so Brian Hester brings with him 9 years of experience, Butler County, which is very similar to ours. And again, it's my honor to introduce to you Brian Hester.
Oh, thank you. Welcome, Brian.
Good morning, and thank you. Just as Carla said, I come from Butler County, which I know you guys have probably heard compared to Delaware County so many times. You're probably sick of hearing it, but there are kind of a lot of unique commonalities between them. And
This is a better county, right?
absolutely. There's no little brown jug in Butler County. Our fair has a demolition derby, so you guys definitely do it right. But I'm very honored and pleased to be here. Graduated from Miami University, also University of Cincinnati College of Law. And as Carla said, I worked at Butler County for 9 years, where I did everything from ballot issues to working with the legal department on various policy issues as well. So it's a great honor and pleasure to be here. And I don't think I need to tell you what a great person you have as a director as well.
Yes.
We know that.
We've bragged about it so many times.
Yes. Oh, gosh, yes, Brian. I mean, this is wonderful, your background, your experience. And again, the similarity in size and in other commonalities that you mentioned between us and Butler.
Yeah.
Any,
In the Miami University connection.
oh,
Miami.
that's right. Miami University.
Gotta be
Love
good.
and honor.
Gotta be good people.
Yeah, yeah.
So we are 22 days until the May primary election.
Yeah,
Turnout
that's right.
is somewhat light. I wouldn't surprise you that a statewide bond issue is not exactly beating down the door at early voting, but things are progressing well, and we're doing everything we can to keep elections safe, secure, and convenient for the voters of Delaware County.
You might remind everybody when they can vote between now and the election, since you're here.
Sure.
So, oh gosh. So right now, it is from, I believe, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday this week, and that will stay that way until the final week, where I believe we're open until 8:30 on Tuesday,
7:30 the rest of the
7:30 the rest of the week, and then, of course, our Saturday hours, which are from 8 to 5 and 1 to 5 Sunday before the election. Of course, we no longer have early voting the Monday before the election so that we can get ready for the field.
Sure.
You might want to mention that the election is paid for.
Oh, yes, and of course, this election is paid for, as it is a statewide election, and as a result of some issues that we've had to deal with, so this will be paid for by the state.
Oh, wow. Even though we have some local issues, like townships have issues.
That's a great question. They will still have to pay a percentage if they put an issue on the ballot.
Oh, okay, a township will have to pay a percentage.
A
then.
percentage. of
Sure,
that.
okay.
We did receive $275,000 that went to the general fund to
Oh,
cover.
okay.
Now, if we don't use that, we'll pay it back to the state, and we'll do our best to stay under that dollar figure.
Okay.
So there's,
Yeah, go ahead.
so those townships won't be paying the full, what we would call the full freight of the election. They do still have to make a contribution to it, but most of the cost of this election is going to be borne by the state.
Oh, gosh, yeah, that's great to know, too. So it's, yeah, proportional to,
I know.
yeah, because it's quite expensive.
Some agree with that, some do not. You know, it's kind of taxpayers to taxpayers' dollars.
Right. As far as what's on the ballot then statewide, is it just issue 2?
That's correct.
Okay. Could you explain that just a little bit, what that is?
My rough understanding of it is, I believe we have this come up about once every 10 years. It's a bond renewal for basically state funding for infrastructure projects across the state. So it will actually help fund infrastructure projects at the county level as well.
Okay. And I know there will be no tax increase if people vote for this, so. And we did have our county engineer here, and we do have a very high-ranking county engineer also in the audience, so yeah, that's, and then locally, I know we do have, I know Liberty Township has some issues, I'm not
Yes,
sure.
Liberty Township has a fire, it's an additional tax, and then there's Genoa Township Fire
Okay,
levy, which is a renewal. And then we do have a few local liquor options and Westerville.
And the library.
And then, of course, the
Westerville,
library,
okay.
Delaware County Library.
okay.
And then we do have a Democratic primary, as well as a
Oh, that's
nonpartisan
right.
primary for the city of Columbus for their city council race.
Okay, okay.
We believe that's the first time in Delaware County to have a Democratic primary without a Republican primary. So this is new,
This
and
is-
this will be
yes.
precedent setting as far as turnout potentially, and something different and new, nothing we could look back on to get our estimates, so.
What's the primary in, again?
For
with
the Delaware
Democrats?
County Municipal Court, Clerk of Courts.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. Any other
I
questions or
just want
comments?
to say welcome, Brian.
Yeah, welcome.
Carla does, I think we all say this, and I'll say it, I think for all three of us, does a fantastic job. She's respected by
Yes.
both parties, and we're lucky to have her. And I think from what I've observed, we had an opportunity to speak the other day for 15, 20 minutes, and I think you're going to be a great compliment to Carla, and that will be good for everybody in our county. So,
Well, thank you.
welcome to
I sure
everybody.
intend to try.
Yes, yes, thank you so much.
Yep, welcome. Glad
Welcome.
to have you on board.
Welcome. Thank you for coming in today, too.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
great. Good reminder, too, about
Yeah.
the election.
Yeah.
You're welcome, and we just want to say thanks to Administrator Tracy Davies. She stopped out and was able to meet Brian and spend some time with us and get caught up on what's going on in our world, so we really appreciate her.
Oh,
Thank you
that's
for
great.
having us today.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. Very happy to have you, Brian.
All right, that brings us to item number 9, resolution number 25-287, in the matter of awarding a bid and approving a contract between the Delaware County Commissioners and Double Z Construction for the 2025 culvert supply contract.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lee Bodnar with the County Engineer's Office. This is to award the bid to install 3 culverts. The first one over Mill Road, on Mill Road over Mora Creek in Concord Township, and then 2 on Steamtown Road over Indian Run Ditch, both in Oxford Township. This contract provides the setting and the installation of the culvert, where our crews then go in, we prep the site prior to the installation, and then take care of the restoration afterwards, which saves us some dollars going to the contractor in this regard. The bids, there were 2 bids received, with Double Z Construction being the best and most responsible bid, and this project will begin this spring, and it will happen intermediately throughout the course of the summer, with a completion in late summer, so as to not impact the traffic greatly, specifically on Steamtown Road, where there's 2 of them. And we recommend your approval.
Questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-287, Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-288, in the matter of approving plans, specifications, estimate, and setting the bid date for the project known as Dell VARCR GR FY25 PID 113511 South Old State Guardrail Replacement.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes, Commissioners, for your consideration, this resolution sets the bid date and time for May 20th at 10 a.m., and this project involves the remaining guardrail that was installed last year. The remaining guardrail is about 8,000 feet of guardrail, and primarily located on Lackey Old State. And so it's from Cheshire Road to the north. Let's see, and this will finish it up. We did receive a federal grant for this project for about 50% of the cost, which is always a good thing to receive. It will begin in June with completion in late summer, and we would recommend your approval.
Okay. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-288, Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-289, in the matter of establishing new organizational keys, supplemental appropriation, and an advance of funds for the engineer's office.
So moved.
So moved, or second?
Second.
Second?
All right. Discussion.
Yes, Commissioners, for your consideration. This is a mechanical financial adjustment to allow for the acceptance of the federal grant for that South Old State guardrail project, and we recommend your approval.
Okay, I was just on that road today, so.
Well, if you noticed, on the guardrails, a lot of the posts are weathered and rotting, so they will be
okay.
replaced. And also on the ends, they'll have the bumpers that you see commonly on the newer guardrails that are lacking on these. So that's a safety feature, which we certainly want to support and get behind.
Sure. It's a very well-traveled road.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Good road. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-289. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners. There'll be no math for me today, as there's no permits. Have a good day.
Thank you, Lee.
That brings us to administrator reports.
Good morning, Tracy Davies, Administrator. I had the opportunity, along with Dawn, Jennifer, and Brandy, on Friday to attend the 250th anniversary of Paul Revere's famous horseback ride. Brent Carson just did an outstanding job, and the amount of information he memorizes and the poem he recited, it was truly amazing. It was a nice event. I'd say there were 25, 30 people there,
Yes.
not all county
Very
employees.
nice.
There were some other folks there, and it was just a nice event.
That's
That's
great.
great.
That's all I have.
Boy.
Yeah, Judge Hemanowski had his.
He did. He had his hat on.
Tricorn hat, or whatever it's called.
Yes.
He
That was fun.
introduced himself as John Hancock.
Did he?
He did.
Oh, gosh. That's
To Paul
great.
Revere. And on the heels of that, we have our white oak tree planting tomorrow at the Bixby campus. That is part of the America 250 Advance celebration, which actually takes place next year. But I think all of you will be there and speaking. So it'll be nice to have that white oak tree planted in commemoration of the semi-quincentennial that is slated
pretty good,
for
Donna.
2026.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. Bixby could use some trees around.
Yeah, that's
So-
probably a good
So,
thing.
good for this white oak going in. It'll be huge. So, that's a good place for it. Very good place, frankly. Okay. Anything else, Don?
That's all. Thank you.
Okay. You are first this time, Commissioner.
Turn on the monitor there, Commissioner Merrill.
Oh, yes. I think I know. Oh, yes.
Just a couple things. We have, oh, there she is.
This is the, from Michigan?
Yeah, this is, we just brought home our newest little girl. Her name is Georgia. We picked her up Friday afternoon. She's 6 pounds, 6 ounces. So
Is she gonna be a Buckeye or is she gonna be a Wolverine?
she'll be a Buckeye except when no, she'll be a Buckeye all the time. And she'll root for Georgia except when Georgia's playing the Buckeyes.
I'm glad
She's-
you caught
Yeah, I almost said the wrong thing.
That's
She's a real beauty, as you can tell from the
She
picture.
is so cute.
Yeah.
She is darling.
Yep, yep. So, anyway, yeah, big addition to our family. Just a couple of things. We have our legislative update today. It's at noon with CCAO. We have our SEPCO board retreat starting Wednesday evening through Friday at noon. A lot of interesting topics to go over. So I think that'll be a very interesting meeting. And we got a peace officer graduation ceremony tomorrow afternoon, I think 1 o'clock. So that's it.
Well, I was gonna mention the legislative, but whoever went first is gonna. It's basically, it's in Granville, and it'll be the House members in this area, will be attending, and our senator, and look forward to it. It's always a great opportunity to remind our legislators of things that we believe are important to
Right.
support, and CCO does a really great job of doing that, so we look
And
forward to that.
they're working on the budget, so there's all kinds of issues, associated with that always, but especially right now as the budget is getting finalized.
And that's all I have.
And we all went over to 911 and visited, and we were able, with Allie's help, and thank you, Allie, who organized the lunch for 911 from Amato's. It was great to see everyone. And once again, our 911 crew is fantastic. It's 24/7, and they just do a wonderful job. So it was great to visit them, and visited the sheriff's crew too down there, and everybody was busy. And boy, just thanks again. And let's see, I have, after our white oak tree planting, I go to Knox County for our policy meeting for DKMM.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
trying to, we hopefully will approve the policy. It's a multi-year, 5-year plan, so be over there. If anybody wants to come, I'm
Oh, it's
fine.
in good hands.
It's okay. You guys can go to the Weiler thing.
Yeah.
I'll go to Knox County. That's all we have. We have no more business.